By next month. CTV's Colin DeMello has the details.
15 days until Ontario is free of nearly all COVID-19 restrictions. As of March 1st, the province will completely eliminate the proof of vaccination requirements and lift all capacity limits as the province's COVID-19 situation improves.
We are now down the slope from the peak of Omicron activity. 92% of Ontarians 12 and over have received at least 2 doses.
The government is speeding up timelines, with the second phase of the reopening taking place this Thursday.
We will remove all capacity limits except for sporting events, concert venues, and theaters, which will be capped at 50%.
On Friday, children between the ages of 12 to 17 will be eligible for a booster dose. The only measure that will remain in place, the government says, is mandatory masking. The change in course is being seen by some as a sign that the ongoing occupation in Ottawa is having an impact. The Premier insists they had nothing to do with it.
We're moving in this direction because it's safe to do so. Today's announcement is not because of what's happening in Ottawa or Windsor, but despite it.
The Premier's focus now is squarely on the occupations, which Ford calls an insurrection.
I'm not going to tolerate anarchy at our borders or anywhere else.
Already, the Ambassador Bridge was reopened, allowing two-way trade between Canada and the United States to resume today. Now, the attention is turning to Ottawa with the full support of the Ford government.
I'll support the federal government. We cannot have people creating chaos at our borders, interrupting trade with the rest of the world. It won't be tolerated.
But the Premier's political critics worry he may have emboldened the occupiers by removing a requirement that they oppose.
Doug Ford is basically caving to the occupiers,
raising concerns about the message to those already entrenched.
Now, while Saskatchewan will not drop the mask mandate till the end of the month, Alberta has already dropped mandatory mask usage in schools. The province's decision was actually challenged in court, but was defeated. Tori Isra reports.
Wearing a mask at school is now a personal choice, not a provincial order.
There has to be a first step somewhere.
This couple has 2 children. Their daughter is taking it off, and their son is keeping it on.
We let them make their own decision based on what they're comfortable with, because they're the ones that have to live like that for 8 hours a day.
I don't want to miss school because I'm getting sick and have to quarantine.
Other parents are giving their kids clear instructions.
We've got lots of our little guys who aren't vaccinated yet, so I've asked my daughter to continue wearing her mask.
The UCP government is trying to stop school boards from bringing in their own public health measures. The Alberta Labour Federation and families who have children with special needs have launched a legal challenge. They argue there's no sufficient reasons grounded in public health and safety to drop the mask mandate in the classroom. Lawyer Sharon Roberts' son has disabilities.
Why wouldn't we still continue to protect the kids, and why don't we separate them out? The message as a parent is we don't care about the kids, and we don't care about the families of the kids that bring stuff home.
I myself, the Education Minister declined CTV's request for an interview. Adriana LaGrange hasn't taken questions from journalists in more than a month. Premier Jason Kenney did comment on Monday.
You've got the NDP's Alberta Federation of Labour in court as we speak, trying to get a judge to force 6-year-olds to wear masks indefinitely. If you want to protest something, go down to the AFL headquarters and protest that.
The government should read the documents, but the lawyers certainly read the documents. That's not what we're asking for.
A judge dismissed the application to bring back masks in schools. Roberts plans to submit another request. Taria Isri, CTV News, Edmonton.